Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lulu confronts Nina about Charlotte's whereabouts, while Dex is rushed to surgery after being stabbed. On today's episode of General Hospital, Sasha informs Maxie of her pregnancy decision, and Curtis informs Michael of his plans to remove Drew from Aurora. Trina is on her computer working on her art history presentation as Joss returns home from a run. Trina informs Joss that she will not believe what occurred. Trina claims Kai finished his portion of the assignment and submitted it to her, and it's excellent. Trina claims he went above and beyond with his work. Joss feels this will make Trina's life easier. Trina admits she's thrilled but upset that his work may be better than hers. Trina worries if she has been too severe on Kai. Joss claims she informed her she'd been. She informs Trina that Kai is obviously intelligent, that he wants to earn his grade, and that he wants to give her the mark she deserves. Trina understands Kai is a hard worker, not just a jock goofing off at school. She despises confessing her mistakes, but she was wrong. However, she wonders if it is bad to deliver the project without him and receive an A in the course. Felicia, James, and Georgie go tree shopping. Dex is on patrol, greets her, and introduces his new partner, Lauren Jackson. Cyrus suddenly begins preaching and soliciting gifts for the season of giving, striking his bell in the process. Some inebriated football players enter and start bickering about the forthcoming game. The PCU and Landview players begin shoving one another, and a full-fledged battle ensues. Felicia sends Georgie and James away, while Dex and his new partner break up the fight and force the players to leave or face arrest. Dex confiscates their alcohol and sends them on their way. Lauren follows to make sure the males depart, while Dex goes to a trash can in a back alley to empty the booze. Someone approached Dex from behind. They wear dark gloves and a dark jacket and use a huge Bowie knife to stab him in the lower back. Dex senses the injury and collapses. Lauren returns to the courtyard and asks Felicia about Dex, but Felicia has not seen him. Lauren finds him quickly. He is conscious and claims to have been stabbed. She summons an officer down. Felicia soon arrives, and Dex appears to be unconscious. Maxie enters the Quartermain kitchen to see Sasha preparing a gingerbread house for the big family Christmas party. Maxie has come to see Lulu, but Sasha informs her that she is staying at her mother's. Maxie switches the conversation to Sasha's pregnancy and what she plans to do. Sasha has given it a lot of thought and will keep the baby. Maxie is overjoyed to hear this and feels she will be an amazing mother. Sasha is grateful to her. Maxie inquires about the father, whom she claims was a one-night encounter, and whether she has a method to find him. Willow interrupts them as she enters the kitchen. Sasha inquires whether she and Michael will be here for dinner. Willow replies no, and she was just getting Amelia's ear infection medicine. Willow rapidly leaves. Sasha attempts to change the discussion to the gingerbread home. Maxie, on the other hand, is curious as to why there is a chill between her and Willow. Sasha fills her in on what she told Cody, which leaked, and Willow is just mad at herself for not being Miss Perfect and getting caught cheating. Maxie admits she's being sanctimonious and tells her about her own romance with Lucky while he was married to Elizabeth. She redirects the subject back to the baby's father. Sasha claims he was only a stranger, hence this baby is hers alone. Maxie informs her that she is now a Scorpio, and they are an intrusive group. Lulu stops in Crimson to see Nina and inquires about her daughter's location. Nina says it's great to see her, but Lulu isn't interested in small conversation and instead wants to know where Charlotte and Valentine are. Nina claims she doesn't know, but Lulu doesn't trust her because she'd do anything to protect Valentine. Nina informs her that she has no idea what is going on in her life right now, and that life has not stopped waiting for her to wake up for 4 years. Lulu understands that much has changed, yet she insists that she is still the same selfish Nina. Madison, Nina's assistant, interrupts to inform Nina that Erica Kane is on line 1. Nina rushes to grab it, but Lulu hangs up the phone, telling Nina that if she loves Charlotte, she should tell her where she is. Nina reveals to Lulu that she and Valentine split up years ago and are no longer close. She understands what it is like to be separated from one's daughter, and Lulu should speak with Anna, as she and Valentine were dating when he left town. Madison interrupts again with Nick, a security guy who is escorting Lulu out. Lulu refuses to leave, saying that if they have an issue, they should contact Nick's supervisor, Carly Spencer, her cousin. Carly returns to her office and is surprised to see Jack sitting in her chair. She inquires about what he is doing at her office. He shows her the bug and expresses his disappointment with her. She says she planted the bug, but she didn't intend to. She merely did it to show Anna and Jason that they were mistaken about him, but he lied to her and phoned Valentine. He knew exactly where Valentine was all along. Brennan claims he called Valentine for her, but all he has is a burner phone number. He does not know where Valentine is. He informs her again that he is very disappointed in her, and that she may have violated national security. He may get her arrested. A call from security interrupts their conversation. Carly tells Brennan to stay put and that she will return, but he replies he may not be here because he does not follow orders from her. Carly meets Lulu outside the Crimson office. They hug, and Lulu confesses she came here to find out where Charlotte is. She is certain that Nina is lying to her. Nina listens in as Carly tells Lulu that she does not defend Nina, but she is not lying about it. Lulu claims that someone must know how to find Charlotte. Carly claims someone does, and she'll take her to see them. Carly returns to her office with Lulu and introduces Jack to her. He is delighted to finally meet her. Carly claims Jack has a means to contact Valentine. Lulu instructs him to start phoning. Drew arrives in the Aurora office, and Curtis tells him they need to talk. Curtis said his first day in DC is a month away, so the formalities of his appointment as CEO should be finalized. Curtis believes they should get started as soon as possible, ideally before the holidays. Drew explains that his goals have changed as a result of Sam's death and him taking on full guardianship of Scout. He hasn't had time to plan anything, and they should do it later, closer to the time he needs to leave for Washington. Drew swears that he will be taken care of. Curtis trusts him, knows he keeps his promises, and understands Drew's appreciation for his efforts here. Michael interrupts and requests Drew's signature on certain documents related to a Japan trade. He signs them, and Drew informs Curtis that he will schedule a meeting for them on January 22nd. He goes, and Michael wonders what happened that day. Curtis claims that Drew is about to screw him out of the CEO job, but Drew will be the one who suffers the consequences. Michael hopes Curtis will accept his offer to team together against Drew. Curtis admits he considered it but couldn't. He does not want to tank Aurora just to take Drew down, but he knows how to accomplish so without killing the company. Brad informs Lucas at General Hospital that he has received his patient's lab report. Lucas claims he could have sent it through the hospital portal, but Brad says he occasionally enjoys seeing a familiar face. Brad brings up the symposium, informing Lucas that he will be attending and will see him there. Brad walks away. Lucas chases Brad down, claiming he assumed the meeting was for doctors. Brad explains that he's going for lab techniques training and didn't want it to be awkward if they met. Brad mentions that Havana isn't far from where they'll be, and that they could finally be able to see it, as they've always desired. A nurse interrupts them, telling Lucas that he needs to attend to a stab victim. Dex is brought in. He is stable, wrapped, and in the examination room. He tells Chase what occurred. Chase tells him he'll be okay and that he needs to get to the crime scene. Later, Lucas tends to Dex and informs him that he will be prepared for surgery soon, after which Dr. Gannon will close the wound. He is sorry he was attacked and hopes that the perpetrator be apprehended. Lucas then contacts Joss and informs her that she needs to come to General Hospital. He urges her to remain calm. Dex was stabbed and is fine, but he needs surgery. Felicia contacts Mac from the scene of the stabbing at Rice Plaza to let him know what happened and that everyone is safe. Lauren informs Felicia that she received a call from the hospital confirming that Dex will be okay. Felicia wonders who could spoil such a lovely day with violence. Chase arrives and speaks with Cyrus about what occurred. Cyrus claims he doesn't have much to contribute. He was preoccupied with spreading Christmas cheer and performing charitable acts. Felicia explains to Chase about the college students fighting and how Dex and the other police broke up the brawl. Dex then proceeded to toss out the alcohol. This is when she lost sight of him. However, she was messaging Maxie at 3:55. Felicia claims Dex was alone in that alley, secluded, and believes he was targeted. Felicia and the kids decide to get started, but first James requests $1 for the charity bucket. She tells him not to speak to the man and sends Georgie with him. Felicia speaks with Chase again and says she feels like she's missing something about what occurred, which is driving her insane because she doesn't know what it is. Cyrus rings his bell repeatedly while they converse. Chase promises to let him know when she remembers. Willow meets Drew at the park. She informs him that she intends to tell Michael that they slept together, but she will wait until after Christmas for the sake of the children. She wants them to have one final happy Christmas in case the worst happens. He understands and tells her she must make the best decision for herself and the children. She knew he was going to say it. He wishes things had played out differently. She does, too. She then walks away. Next on General Hospital, Curtis informs Portia that he is removing Aurora from Drew. Drew goes to Nina for assistance. Maxie goes to someone's office and asks, "Are you ever going to call me?" Anna advises Spinelli to maintain his distance. Brennan informs his assistant that he has an idea to boost their odds. Lulu is astounded that Carly thinks he is telling the truth. Martin is on the phone when someone places a hand on his shoulder, which startles him. Jason informs someone, "I'll ask the questions." Maxie entered the Quartermain kitchen and told Sasha she was looking for Lulu. Sasha informed her that Lulu was staying at her mother's house, and from what she had heard, she had been very busy. Maxie had hoped to hear from her by then and regretted missing her the night she visited her home. Noting that it was the night they discovered Sasha was pregnant, she inquired as to her well-being. Sasha stated she was fine physically. She revealed that she had decided to keep the baby, which made Maxie happy. She inquired about the father, but Sasha reaffirmed that he was a stranger and she had no way of informing him about the pregnancy. Willow appeared at the door, looking down at Sasha. She hastily snatched something up and departed. Maxie wondered what was going on between Sasha and Willow after she left, but she shrugged it off. Felicity takes James and Georgie to get Christmas trees. She notices Cyrus preaching to people, and then Dex walks through the crowd. He introduces her to his new partner, Lauren Jackson. A group of raucous college males enter the park. They have been drinking and are bickering about football. Two people start fighting, which quickly escalates into a group battle. Dex breaks things up and confiscates their drink. Dex moves the bottles across the corner to dump them. While he is standing by the garbage can, someone creeps up behind him and stabs him with a huge knife. Dex collapses to the ground and is barely conscious when his teammate discovers him. She phones 911, and Felicity rushes to his side. Dex is taken to the hospital, where Chase asks whether he knows who stabbed him. Dex told him what he recalled, but he didn't notice who did it. Brad handed Lucas a patient test report at the nurse's station, then casually mentioned the symposium. Lucas was astonished to learn that Brad was also going. He stated he nearly told him so there wouldn't be an awkward moment if they met there. Brad reminded Lucas of another vacation they had taken to Miami and were planning to go to Cuba, but their plans were canceled due to the weather. Lucas did not object to the memory, but was called away to assist a stabbing victim in the trauma unit. Chase returned to the park and asked Cyrus for his first-hand testimony. Cyrus claimed he was too preoccupied by the crowd and his purpose. Felicity approached Chase and explained what had transpired in detail. She noticed Dex was in an isolated area when he was stabbed and assumed it was intentional. Before departing, Felicity informed Chase that she thought something was missing from her account. He instructed her to call if she remembered what it was. Willow and Nina are both upset with Drew, and their tenuous mother-daughter connection takes precedence over any sexual competition as they descend on Drew's double-dealing. Nina had known about the kiss on July 4th and advised Drew to avoid Willow, and it didn't matter what was on the nursery cam. His new home is the doghouse. A web of secrets and stabbings. The cold December air pinched Lucas' cheeks as he adjusted his scarf and walked through the crowded halls of General Hospital. The holiday decorations lightened the sterility of the walls, but the typical frenzy of emergencies and life-changing events persisted unabated. Lucas held a patient's lab report in his hand, his mind distracted with more than the medical information in front of him. When Brad arrived at the nurse's station, Lucas hesitated, the awkwardness between them hanging like the aroma of antiseptic in the air. Brad handed Lucas the paperwork he was holding with a tight smile. "I didn't expect to see you here," Lucas replied cautiously. Brad shrugged. "I figured I'd deliver it personally. There's no point in letting it get lost in the shuffle." As they exchanged pleasantries, Brad mentioned the approaching medical symposium. "You are going, right? I thought I'd let you know that I'll be there too. Don't want an awkward encounter to catch us off guard." Lucas chuckled, despite himself. "Thank you for the heads up. Miami, huh? I hope it doesn't end up like the last time." Brad's eyes sparkled with nostalgia. "Our trip to Miami, and that plan to sneak over to Cuba that the weather ruined." Lucas smiled weakly, but was saved from more mental turmoil by a summons to the trauma unit. "Gotta go, stabbing victim," he added quickly, dashing off to the hospital room. Meanwhile, in a dimly lighted part of the park, Detective Chase stood opposite Cyrus Renault with his notepad poised. The crime scene was sealed off, with a solitary bloodstain on the ground indicating where Dex Heller was attacked. Chase's stare was piercing and his inquiries incisive. "What did you see?" Chase inquired, his tone cautiously neutral. Cyrus extended his hands in faux helplessness. "Not much, detective. I was too preoccupied with the crowd and my own purpose, of course." Before Chase could press any further, a young woman approached. Felicity, a keen-eyed eyewitness, rushed forward with resolve. "I saw the whole thing," she began. "Dex was alone when it occurred. Isolated. It did not feel random, it felt planned." Chase scribbled furiously. "Anything else?" Felicity paused, a scowl on her brow. "There's something I've forgotten. I'll notify you if it comes back to me." Chase nodded. "Do that." Across town, Carly stormed into her office only to freeze when she saw Brennan. His frigid gaze pierced her. "I know about the bug you planted," he snarled. Carly crossed her arms, angrily. "I did what I had to. Jason and Anna were correct in their skepticism of you." Brennan smashed his fist onto her desk. "Carly, you jeopardized national security. Have you got any ideas?" "I did it because I needed answers about Valentine." Carly shot back. "And don't act like you've been completely transparent." A phone call interrupted their heated disagreement, prompting Carly to respond with a brusque "I'll handle it." Before departing, she addressed Brennan. "This isn't over." Brennan's icy voice followed her outside. "You're damn right it's not." Nina was fending off a furious Lulu, who had barged into Crimson Magazine and demanded answers concerning Charlotte. "I don't know where she is," Nina insisted. "I'm not lying." Lulu's frustration boiled over. "You have lied before, Nina. You sat across from me in court, distorting the truth to get my daughter. How do I know you won't do it again?" Before Nina could react, Carly came and eased the tension. "Nina's telling the truth this time," Carly replied. "But I know who might have the answers." With that, Carly hurried Lulu away to see Brennan, who was less than pleased to be dragged into another drama. "Valentine's location isn't a mystery I'm eager to solve," Brennan mumbled. "Too bad," Lulu snapped. "Start dialing." Drew and Curtis were in the midst of a difficult negotiation at Aurora Media. Curtis reclined back in his chair, arms crossed. "I know you're planning to name yourself CEO at the shareholders' meeting." Drew sighed. "Curtis, I appreciate everything you've done, but this isn't personal." "It's personal when you push aside the person who's been your right hand," she replied. "But I'm not about to sink the whole ship to get back at you." Unknown to them, Michael had overheard the conversation. He cornered Curtis after Drew had departed. "Curtis, Drew is going to burn you. Join forces with me, and we can stop him." Curtis shakes his head. "I've got my own strategy. I'll lead Drew along my path." Jocelyn returned to the Corinthos residence to see Trina pacing violently. "Kai's contribution to the project is incredible," Trina fumed. "I misjudged him." Jocelyn barely registered Trina's irritation before her phone rang. She responded and froze as Lucas' voice came through. "He's stable," Lucas replied quickly, "but Dex is in surgery. He got stabbed." Jocelyn's blood became chilly. "I'm on my way." Willow and Drew stood in the park, their breath apparent through the cool air. Willow's voice quivered. "I am going to inform Michael about us. After Christmas." Drew nodded thoughtfully. "Do what you have to. Do not worry about me." "I just wish things had been different," Willow said. "So do I," Drew said. The threads of these interwoven lives converged as the Quartermain Christmas celebration approached, with each individual bracing for the consequences of their secrets. Will Michael uncover Drew's betrayal? Will Carly's interference provide answers regarding Valentine? And what about Dex, who is in surgery with his life on the line? Carly came into her office and was astonished to see Brennan there. He was furious and informed her that a regular sweep of his office revealed that she had installed a bug in it. Carly confirmed it was her, but she added that Anna and Jason didn't trust him, and she was pleased she followed their instincts when he lied about knowing where Valentine was. Brennan said that he just had Valentine's phone number, not his location. He explained that Carly had overheard his entire conversation and that he had simply contacted him as a favor to her, noting that he had done many favors for her. Brennan was enraged, telling her that she had violated national security and that he should arrest her. Carly admitted that if he had been telling the truth, she could have been mistaken, and she apologized. Carly received a call stating that she needed to take care of things. She offered that they chat when she returned, but Brennan cautioned he might not be there. "I don't take orders from you," Brennan said angrily. Lula barged into Nina's office, demanding to see Charlotte, but Nina denied knowing where she was. Lulu informed her that she was in a coma but did not have amnesia. "You love to lie," Lula raged. She told Nina she would do anything to protect Valentine. Nina claimed that a lot had transpired in 4 years. Lulu assumed Nina was still the same selfish person she remembered. Erica Kane called, but Lulu hung up. "You sat across from me in court and spewed your lies to get custody of my daughter, and now you won't tell me everything you about how to get her back," Lulu said with anger. She stated if Nina loved Charlotte, she would tell her where she was. Nina told Lulu that she hoped she could help, but she had split up with Valentine a long time ago, and they were no longer close. She suggested Lulu talk to Anna instead. Madison came in with Nick to remove Lulu, but she refused to leave. She told them to call her cousin Carly, which they did. Carly entered and was pleasantly surprised to see Lulu. She discovered why Lulu was there and informed her that she would not generally defend Nina, but in this case, she believed she was telling the truth. Lulu was frustrated and assumed that someone must know how to find Charlotte. Carly knew who could and asked Lulu to join her. They got into the elevator and hugged. Carly led Lulu into her office and presented her to Brennan, who stated it was a pleasure to meet her. "Everyone's been making quite a fuss over you," he told me. Carly clarified that she had brought Lulu there for a reason. "Jack knows how to contact Valentine," Carly explained. "Good. Start dialing," Lulu replied firmly to Brennan. Drew entered the office, and Curtis was waiting for him. He wanted to finalize the plans to take over Aurora before everyone departed for the holidays. Drew explained that with everything going on with Sam and Scout, he hadn't had time to make any preparations for the move. Curtis offered to do it immediately and take it off Drew's plate, but he declined. Drew acknowledged Curtis' eagerness, but pledged to make sure he was taken care of. Curtis said he trusted Drew. "I know you are a man of your word and appreciate my hard work, and all the blood, sweat, and tears I put into Aurora will pay off," Curtis told reporters. Drew returned to work, but assured Curtis that he'd have his assistant schedule a meeting for the 22nd. Michael overheard and inquired about Curtis' plans on the 22nd. Curtis told him that was the day Drew planned to surprise him with the CEO position, but it was also the day Drew realized he should not have tried to double-cross Curtis. Michael underlined that Drew could not be trusted and asked Curtis if he was willing to accept his offer to team up against Drew. Curtis declined. He claimed there was a way to defeat Drew without harming Aurora. "I want to take down Drew, but I want to do it my way," replied Curtis. Joss arrived home to find Trina furious. She informed her that Kai had sent her his share of the job overnight, and it was excellent work. She was annoyed since it was virtually superior to hers. Trina realized she might have mistaken Kai as a slacker when he was actually an outstanding athlete with a strong work ethic. Lucas contacted Joss and said, "He's stable, so don't worry, but Dex is in surgery. He got stabbed." Willow visited Drew at the park and informed him that she planned to tell Michael that they had slept together. She wanted to wait until after Christmas for the sake of the children in case she and Michael separated. She was curious how the fallout would affect Drew. "Do not worry about me." Drew advised her to do what was best for herself and the children. He said that he hoped things had turned out differently. "So do I," Will replied. Next time in General Hospital. "I'm about to take Aurora from Drew," Curtis informs Portia. "That's where you come in," Drew tells Nina. "Are you ever going to call me?" Maxie asks Lulu. "You have to keep your distance," Anna warns. "Do you believe he is telling the truth?" Lulu asks Carly. Martin jumps when someone places their hand on his shoulder. "I'll ask the questions," Jason replies. Spoilers, tensions rise at the Quartermain Christmas party. Michael tells all. General Hospital teasers and updates suggest that tensions will rise at the Quartermain Christmas party. Will Michael Corinthos reveal all? With Jason Morgan and Drew Quartermain around, emotions are bound to rise, but might Michael set off an explosion? General Hospital spoilers, what a perfect occasion for lumps of coal. Without Dr. Liesel Albrecht and Krampus, Michael may feel that the Christmas party is the perfect opportunity to stuff lumps of coal into Drew and Willow Corinthos' stockings. He has only told Jason everything he knows, and Jason has refused to tell Michael's mother, his closest friend Carly Spencer, despite her attempts to persuade him. Michael is waiting for the opportune moment when Willow, Drew, and Nina Reeves are all together, most likely without Jason and certainly without the kids. But the rest of the Quartermains, particularly Nina and Willow, need to know what's been going on under the mansion's roof, proving what kind of hero dastardly Drew truly is. Spoilers, what about Sasha Corbin Gilmore's secret and Michael Corinthos' own mistake? But what about Sasha Corbin's secret and Michael's own error, which led them to bed? Michael and Sasha were once engaged, and he's confident she won't tell. He won't tell either, and he's just as guilty as Willow because of his secrecy. He gave Willow the opportunity to come clean, but she didn't. She only acknowledged to one kiss on the 4th of July, and then went to the nursery and saw Drew, claiming she began it. Michael has proof on the nanny cam, and what a Christmas surprise it would be to broadcast a special film at the party, but just for adults. Drew Kane is on the hot seat, and Tracy makes a faux pas. Oh, and let's not forget Tracy Quartermain makes a mistake that causes tensions to rise during the party. Many people know she believes it is public knowledge. Everyone in the Q mansion has heard about Cody Bell getting drunk and airing Drew's dirty laundry at the Brown Dog Bar. Michael is easily tempted to show the film during the party, right in front of everyone. The Quartermain Christmas party is about to explode. Will Michael Corinthos drop a bombshell? General Hospital spoilers suggest that a holiday gathering might quickly turn from merry to fiery. The Quartermain Christmas dinner, which is already a mix of tradition and tension, is about to develop into a battleground as secrets threaten to surface. With Michael Corinthos holding damaging information and frustrated about betrayals, the issue is whether he will divulge all and cause chaos. Michael Corinthos, are you ready to detonate the truth? Michael had been silently fuming over Drew Kane and Willow Corinthos' transgressions. Michael, armed with evidence from the nanny cam, has been patiently waiting for the right opportunity to reveal the affair. The Quartermain Christmas party, with its family-friendly ambience and packed audience of major players, could be the stage he's been yearning for. While Michael has only confided in Jason Morgan, his mother, Carly Spencer, has been asking for more information. However, Michael appears to be determined to handle the matter in his own way, which is likely to maximize impact. A shocking Christmas reveal. Consider the scene: holiday lights glittering, songs playing, and the Quartermain family gathered around. Suddenly, Michael shows the incriminating nanny cam film to everyone, leaving Drew, Willow, and the others startled. This bold move would not only damage Drew's reputation, but it would also disrupt connections within the Quartermain and Corinthos families. Willow's already tenuous relationship with Nina Reeves would be strained even further. Drew's reputation in the family may be irreversibly harmed, and the consequences would stretch well beyond the mansion. Michael's hypocrisy, Sasha Corbin's secret. Michael is quick to judge Drew and Willow, yet he is far from innocent. He tells Sasha Corbin a secret that could reveal his own hypocrisy. Their one-night error could be revealed either through Sasha or another unexpected twist, hurting Michael's attempts to seize the moral high ground. If Michael's affair becomes public, it could have a negative impact on his relationship with Willow. Tracy Quartermain's faux pas, the catalyst for chaos. Tracy Quartermain, known for her sharp tongue and ability to stir the pot, is adding gasoline to the flames. According to rumors, Tracy, who may be oblivious of the tense position, may make a comment that sparks the evening's tension. Given Tracy's background, it's possible that her comments will relate to Drew's transgressions, inadvertently prompting Michael to exacerbate the issue. Nina and Willow's alliance against Drew. Despite their tumultuous past, Nina and Willow may find themselves united in their hatred for Drew. Nina told Drew to avoid Willow, as she is likely to feel deceived and embarrassed. This unexpected union has the potential to improve the mother-daughter bond, which has been sluggish to grow, albeit with considerable drama along the way. Aftermath: Drew in the doghouse. Drew may face ostracism after revealing his truths. Drew, with Willow's trust in him shattered, Nina enraged, and the Quartermain family unhappy, might become the holiday's largest outsider. This repercussions could serve as a watershed moment for Drew, forcing him to confront his actions and try to rehabilitate his reputation. What is next for the Quartermains? The Christmas party could leave the Quartermain home in shambles, both physically and metaphorically. But, in true General Hospital tradition, it will pave the way for fresh stories and character growth. Michael's decisions: will Michael regret his actions, or will he persist, isolating himself from Willow and others? Willow's decisions: will Willow forgive Michael for his hypocrisy, or will this signal the end of their relationship? Nina and Willow: could their shared conflict bring them closer together, or will it drive them apart? A holiday to remember. The Quartermain Christmas party has always been a combination of chaos and comedy, but this year promises to be especially memorable. With secrets about to be revealed, alliances shifting, and relationships tested, it's evident that this holiday gathering will leave no one unharmed. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.